Okay, this is what I want to say to you. The second lockdown will be permanent. The person told me, wherever you are at the second lockdown, plan on either dying there or surviving there if possible, depending on how prepared you are. There will be no movement, zero movement allowed until they roll out vaccinations, which will be completely 100% mandatory. And I'm talking about operation house to house. And they're going to be vaccinating everybody. The reason is definitely not corona. The reason is put inside of us some kind of a tracking device so they can find survivors of the cataclysmic event that is about to take place. This is what the person told me. And the person agreed to write up the entire scenario that is being prepared, and I will be allowed to release it to you with Steve in stages. I mean, as depending on how much time the person has, because the person is not a writer, but that's the only way that that person can help us, is to write things down and I can read it off. I'm just telling you what I memorized from what we've been talking about several times already. And well, anyway, the cataclysmic event are asteroids, according to government. Okay. At first, they're gonna be coming in supposedly slowly, but gradually increasing until it will be several weeks, even months of constant asteroid showers. The Earth supposedly will be devastated, mostly United States and Europe. Major Earth changes, floodings, volcanoes, earthquakes. I mean, the person is going to write it up even in a more detail for you. But while these asteroids are coming, they're planning on tactical nukes on certain cities. Pre-planned, all pre-planned. Not all cities, but major cities. They want to wipe out United States population. And after this event, there will be rescue missions or missions under rescue thing, pretense, not done by American troops, but Chinese, Russian troops and UN troops in general, which will be basically coming for their resources, because apparently our land is so bankrupt that most of the land that your house is on or my house is on is already parceled and given to either Russians or Chinese. So they're coming for what's theirs. That's what the person said. Well, no, that was the other person, but anyway. So it will be under rescue missions. They might bring some food for survivors, ration food, but it won't be for that. It will be for resources, and they're actually not rescue missions. What it will be is that they want to basically separate the surviving families, take children, re-educate few that are capable of re-educating, and eliminate the rest. They have a certain number of population they even need. They don't even need Americans. So this is what the person was telling me, and even into more details. And I've been talking here with Steve and trying to kind of figure out what's happening, what is going to happen to believers. And I believe that this is the plan of the enemy, and it's not just, these are not humans doing this. Do you realize what kind of operation is going on right now? The brainwashing and hoax of Corona. So this is what's going on. And I believe that Jesus has a different plan. And all these plans of the enemy against us here is going to turn around on them. That's what I believe. He will turn around on them. You watch. Even if we go through some bad things in the beginning, and some of us might die, you watch what will happen. Because Jesus will come, destroy them, and He will turn it all around on them and rescue His people. That's what I believe.
You know, Yana, there's one thing I'd like to mention. They would separate families, things like that. They would genocide the people. They'd take you to FEMA camps. He also talked about they would use tactical nukes on this nation. The only part he was not aware of was the incoming asteroids. But what's really interesting to think about, and I shared this with you guys last year, as early as September last year, almost a year ago, I was sharing all that information then. But here's one thing that keeps coming to my mind now, and I really should have pinpointed this even more accurately. The very good friend of his in Israel, he's an Israeli man, young man, about 36 years old. He owns one of the most advanced companies in the world that has been working on some type of genetic experiment things where they merged AI technology with the human genome. But here's what I was not honing in on, even though I've said it 1,000 times probably. This man told my friend that's in the intelligence field that he was working with entities with 1,000 plus IQ. 1,000 IQ. Aliens. So you can imagine what our end will be, other than Jesus Christ Himself rescuing us from Satan.